Aquarius, welcome to your 2024 yearly forecast reading. I know it's been a week, all right, I know, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it, y'all. Also, too, before I start, I want to say that if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click the link, all the details will be there, and then you can just purchase a reading. It'll pretty much answer all your questions. Everything is there in the description of the reading. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Aquarius, and let's see what's going on with y'all. How's the UFO running, Aquarius? It's running well. It's running smooth. I went on quite the journey myself in my UFO. Well, another alien's UFO. Let's see here, Aquarius. Let's see. What's going on with the Aquarians? It's interesting seeing that death card. Don't freak out, but you know, Pluto's coming back into your sign, Aquarius, this year. So we all know that the death card is the archetype of Scorpio, and Pluto is associated with Scorpio, right? It's second ruling planet. Let's pull the rest of these cards here and let's take a look. Honestly, I do like this energy. It's really interesting because I do see a lot of you Aquariuses this year like really coming into like your own, like coming into your own. But I do feel like it starts with, or it's the continuation process of shedding these old layers of skin, right? Going through like this transmutation process. And like you're kind of like, it's almost like when a snake sheds its skin, right? It's like, that's what I'm kind of seeing here, but let's keep going. I feel like there's going to be a lot of adventures here for you for the year as well. Aquarius, like you could travel a lot. The reason why I'm saying that is because you pulled the Knight of Wands for the overall energy here for you for the year. This isn't a bad card. I actually feel like, again, this could point to travel, this could point to adventures, this could point to you kind of moving a lot, not like moving like a lot like with houses or anything, but it's like a sense of adventure, like you kind of being more spontaneous. Also, the Knight of Wands deals with our ability to be like independent, like we're more so wanting that sense of independence. And it's interesting too because Aquarius, you are a very independent sign. However, you can also be like about everybody else too. But it seems to me like this is about you though. Like this year is gonna be like a lot more so based on you. And so with that Knight of Wands, I'm also seeing you here. I feel like it's gonna be a fun year. I'm not saying that there's downs, right? I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be all ups, but it does seem to me like there's more of this sense of adventure here. And it's interesting as you start the year, you have this Magician card. A lot of you are getting right to it. You're getting right to it. I'm hearing like getting right on it or getting right to it. Your ability to be able to manifest at this time, I feel like, is extremely high. And also, this is you like just really like wanting to actually create and manifest the things in your life at this time. And so I see you very concentrated as you enter this year. As above, so below is the Magician, right? As above, so below. Future position throughout the year of 2024 is the Death card. Now, I'm not sensing like this is a negative death card, right? Like, of course, some of y'all may go through some ego deaths, right? Pluto's coming into your sign. You can't escape that, all right? So, you know, Capricorns just had to deal with that shit for the longest. So now it's y'all's turn, Aquarius. But it's interesting though, because just you're gonna be finding more of yourself. And I do see you going through this period of transformation, right? But it's interesting. It's like the more you're able to like let go and just allow for the process to happen, the easier it will be. The Death card is only hard. It's like when we just refuse to like let go and we allow our ego to just get too much in the fucking way, right? And all the attachments that we've attached ourselves to. It's like if we choose to try to control and cling on to it, it's going to be difficult. But with the death card, it's like you're going through this sense of rebirth for the year. We're going to clarify that. We're going to see exactly what is the major rebirth surrounding, or what are the areas that are surrounding. But in the outcome here with the King of Swords, this is you, Aquarius. I literally say that the King of Swords is Aquarius. I think all the kings are fixed signs. And so with the King of Swords being here, this is more so you becoming more enlightened about the whole year. But it's also interesting too, it's like your ability to not be on the fence anymore. I'm almost feeling like in 2023 there was like this energy of you having these curiosities, but it was like the skeptical part of your nature was like too much there towards it. You didn't even try to go and follow your curiosities. I'm not saying it was like that 100% of the time. I'm saying like there's too much skepticism about you wanting to, like in regards to things that you've been wanting to do. But I don't see you having that anymore. It's almost like you're mastering like this the Aquarian energy here to still be open and curious, but also have the sense of skepticism when it comes to things, just because you're smart, right, and you're objective. It's interesting too, because the King of Swords and the outcome is like whatever it is that you have focused on. And I was talking about concentration with this Magician card, right? King of Swords is also concentrated, and the Magician's all about, all right, what do we need to do to like manifest the shit that we want, right? And the King of Swords being in the outcome is like it's showing me that this is you actually manifesting all the things that you have set your mind to. But it is going to take it takes execution, right? But with it being in the outcome, the King of Swords is like you've executed everything that you needed to do for the year. I'm not saying that maybe there's some few things that you're not going to be able to get to or do, but I do feel like for the most part, this is like a year of like achievement. You have this third house communication, and with that King of Swords being here, a lot of you here, you could be starting like a podcast this year, or you could just be more social. Maybe it's like you're building a social media presence around your business or anything personal, right? Your environment could be changing a little bit, I'm seeing here as well. Like, I'm kind of seeing, also here I'm hearing too, if you're single, I feel like you could be, if you meet somebody, they'll be local. I don't think it's going to be like somebody that's like long distance or anything like that. It feels like it's like a local thing. So whether you come across this person like in your town or just somewhere local, right? Like I live in Dallas, so that would be local, right? Like if I was listening to this and somebody's like, oh yeah, you're going to meet somebody, I would be like, and they say local, it would be referring to the Dallas area, right? Yeah, all right, let's keep going here. You did pull the Two of Pentacles in the challenge, right? For the year. Two of Pentacles is, we have ambitions, we have all these things that we want to do, but it's almost as if it's like really prioritizing, like what's important, what's not important, right? Because Two of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. I have Jupiter in Capricorn. It's like you have to focus, like you can't disperse so much attention to every direction. It really is about, okay, what's the most important, what needs to get done, what is more critical at this time that we need to do, because that's how we're going to grow. That's how we're going to fucking accomplish the things that we want, right? And so I do feel like this year is like you weighing out like priorities and being like, okay, like what's rocking the ship here, right? And whatever that is, let's toss that shit off the ship because we don't need it anymore. Does that make sense? Like, let's just say like the boat's going down, or there's too much weight on the boat and it's not really taking you in the direction that you want. It's like, all right, let's get rid of whatever's on the fucking ship or the boat. But the Page of Swords here for your advice is also telling you, like, anything that you want, that you're curious about, it is about following your curiosities. Following your intuition. But it's also about changing the structures that you have operated in 2023, which I'm already seeing you here doing that. You have the Ace of Cups here in the position of something that you're unaware of. I feel like this is the love that I was talking about when I was just telling you about it being local. Right? Ace of Cups could be a form of new love, but I'm also seeing here like you actually finding like a deeper sense of peace and tranquility emotionally and spiritually. But also to be aware of, like, to not forget these things as well. I'm hearing the name Lily. I don't know what that means. Some of you, there's something about Lily or lilies. You have this courage card. So, yeah. Even with this card being right beside the Knight of Wands, this is like being bold, right? Because the Knight of Wands is about boldness. It's about being bold, being confident, and having the courage to make these changes that you've been wanting to make, which is what you're already doing. But it really is like allowing. It's like following through fully. Yeah, look what came out. Peace and serenity. It says dove. See, y'all just think I be saying shit. I know what I be saying. I know what I be seeing. And it was the reason why I was saying that is because I could see the dove here on the Ace of Cups. It's like something, and that's what the dove represents, peace and serenity. And you pulled the actual symbolism card. So it's like, I do see like there's a lot of peace and serenity and just an overall, it's like I do see a lot of you going through like a spirit, like a renewal spiritually, like a purity that's coming from it. You have this justice card. It says scales here. Some of you, it could be a Libra that you're meeting if you're single, or a Libra that you're dealing with. But yeah, it kind of feels like the scale was totally off balance for you in 2023. 2024, this is about you really rebalancing the scales in your life when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to work, when it comes to your career projects, all of that stuff. Even your own spirituality, I would say. All right, let's get into it. It's interesting too. You want to know where I got the local thing from in regards to love before we even dove into it. You see the birds are here, right? And they're doves. So for some of you, there's a significance with doves. One thing I like to do is, like, if I see something continuously or like in a very synchronistic way, or if I feel like it's like my guides or the universe or God giving me like signs, like let's just say if I keep seeing, I saw an owl the other night, right? Well, I know what owls mean, but if there's something that you keep seeing, right? Like for instance, if it's a dove, right? I would Google dove spiritual meaning or dove animal totem, right? You can just kind of read through it, and you can get that intuitive hit from, like, when you're reading, you'll be like, oh, that resonates with me right now, right? Everything with it doesn't have to resonate, but it's like the things that do resonate is like what your subconscious or your unconscious or the divine, whatever you want to call it, is trying to bring forth into your consciousness to be looked at. Clarify this Knight of Wands for the overall energy. Yeah, the Four of Wands here. This is all about your independent desires, right? Four of Wands is celebration, fun. It's also romance too. So romance is there if you want it, right? Y'all know me. I don't focus too much on love, but if love comes out in the reading, of course, like I always say it. But the Four of Wands also deals with like what do you value? What do you like? What brings you pleasure? And so this year, this really is about you. It's about your own sense of self, achieving the things that you want and going after the things that you desire. I'm seeing some of you relocate or move, but it'll be locally. I don't think it's going to be anything long distance or anything like that. I could be wrong, but I feel like for the majority of you, it's that. You have this Chariot here. I told you. See, y'all just think I'm saying shit. Chariot deals with travel, right? But also that when it comes to an individual level, this is about you accomplishing things, right? The Chariot is the card of triumph, right? And it's also moving outside of the familiar and the conventional and into unknown territory, right? But that unknown territory is like where you need to go in order to accomplish like your dreams and the things that you want for yourself, right? And the Magician in the Chariot is literally as above, so below. It's like you're the conduit of the divine and you're steering your chariot, and also working with the spiritual forces of the universe, right? So I see you very much in that energy right now. I'm even seeing some of you this year, something about a car, like you could be getting I'm hearing Rover, something about a car. Maybe you purchasing a new car, because even Knight of Wands, Four of Wands, with the Chariot is like some type of purchase or some type of, could be like related to a vehicle. So I am seeing some of you here maybe buying a car. It could be a sports car, it really could be any car. And that could be soon, actually, more sooner than you think. Clarify this Two of Pentacles in the challenge. The Five of Pentacles, some of you, maybe there's a little bit of debt that you're trying to overcome. But it really feels to me that it's like, it's growth, right? It's growth that you're seeking. It really is about stepping outside of just the conventional ways you've always done things, right? I think you're realizing, like, in order to grow, like, it is going to take you setting new goals and like moving outside of the realms of comfort, right? Because Five of Pentacles doesn't always have to mean like you're in debt or you're struggling financially. It could literally just mean like there's some changes going on that are a little bit unconventional, and you have to let go of what you've attached yourself to. But that's what that Page of Swords is wanting for you for the year. It's like follow your curiosities, right? Tap into that Aquarian energy, right? Being eclectic and open. Being the revolutionary. Aquarius, you are the revolutionary. And the Page of Swords is actually, if you read about it, it's the revolutionary. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like you're so ready for change. It's like you don't like rigidity anyway, so why are you keeping yourself rigid? Also, I'm seeing like new opportunities coming to you. I'm hearing, you know, it could be spring. I'm hearing spring, something about springtime. It could be like in regards to work and career and stuff, but yeah. What's interesting, I was going to say, the Page of Swords is like one of those cards that ask how, right? He doesn't ask the questions why, like, why is this happening? You know, he's asking, how did this happen? How do I make this better? How do I go about figuring this out? Where do I need, like, he's asking these questions of how. He's not asking why, right? He's not sitting there like, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? He's like, all right, how do I do this shit? And that's like your advice is like, how do you, whatever it is that you're thinking about, the ideas, whatever's going on in your intellect, is like, how do you go about creating that, the Ace of Pentacles, right? So it's like really putting pen to paper here and being like, all right, how do I do this? But also too, like, I would be open to newer opportunities that come your way. Anything that stimulates your interest, I feel, will help you tremendously. What is this Death card in the future? Got the Queen of Cups, boom. This is like a total spiritual cleanse I'm seeing a lot of you go through. Yeah, look what's at the bottom of the deck, the Star card. This is a rejuvenation and faith and inspiration, and also like passion, and also knowing, like having a North Star and like creating, it's not like you're creating a newer identity, but it's like you're becoming a whole new person. And it's like, I see you this year really finding your place in like the cosmic scheme of things, like actually understanding like where you fit in that whole puzzle of things. And that's what Pluto is trying to do for you as it's about to enter back into your sign. And so I see you being able to feel emotionally comfortable and spiritually rejuvenated here with this Queen of Cups and the Death card. But I do see you going through quite the inner transformation, right? Which can be trying at times, but it's like, again, it's like the more you're able to like surrender and let go, the better it is and the easier it will be. But if you keep trying to cling to these things or hold on to these things, you know, or totally block out emotionally like what you don't want to feel, that's going to short circuit the process, right? One of my favorite quotes is like, you got to heal it. You got to feel it to heal it. And it's true. Give me one more on this Queen of Cups. Eight of Cups. Yeah, I see you letting go of a lot of emotional attachments here. But also the Eight of Cups too is like, it's time to step fully into your soul's destiny and your soul's path, right? Eight of Cups is like becoming more and more aware of who you are and your spiritual nature and your own soul, and listening to your intuition and letting it guide you right? Without like this logic having to be behind it, right? Eight of Cups is when like people could even look at you like, what the fuck is that person doing? But it doesn't matter, right? Like you're just following your soul, you're following your intuition, you're following what your heart wants, right? Because you're on your spiritual journey, and the Eight of Cups is the vision quest, right? The vision quest. It's about you understanding and solving and getting closer and closer and understanding more and more of like of a vision that you have, or the vision of your life, right? It's like fulfilling your own prophecy. Clarify this Ace of Cups in the position of something that you're unaware of. Nine of Pentacles. Like, see, y'all just think I be saying shit. Nine of Pentacles is like when you're single, and also too with the Ace of Cups, it's like not only that, I see you guys actually being financially independent and emotionally independent, right? We can sit here and say all day that I'm not emotionally codependent or I'm not financially codependent. That may not necessarily be the truth though, right? And so if you are struggling with that, or if you know that's in your nature, I do feel like you'll be able to find your sense of independence with both, and you won't have to deal with like a codependent thing, right? But I'm also seeing you meeting somebody new, right? If you're looking for love and you're single, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. And I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like they have their shit together, basically. They're not like, they're not somebody who's a bum, basically, right? I feel like they're self-made in a way, like they have their shit together. Yeah, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with this Queen of Wands. It could be any sign, but I do feel like they embody the Queen of Wands temperament. Clarify this King of Swords in the outcome. Queen of Swords, boom, there goes the match right there, if it's love. But also too, this is just your ability, I'm seeing here by the end of the year, you totally knowing yourself, right? We're always going to be getting to know ourselves, but it's like you have this strong comprehension of your inner world, which is giving you this very strong ability to express yourself, but also be able to comprehend others. I'm going to put one more. The Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're no longer closed off from your inner world anymore. You're no longer, it's like you're very clear. I know it's kind of boring, and maybe some of y'all want to know if you're winning the lottery or something, but let's keep going. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. You got some positive changes, it looks like. Six of Swords down here. Wheel of Fortune is the change of seasons, right? Wheel of Fortune is the archetype of Jupiter, so it's also positivity increase, right? Abundance, good luck. Optimism. Knight of Cups is the spiritual vision, or the vision that you're envisioning. Six of Swords is a newer vision and a newer change in your life. It's like you're going to look back on the year and be like, you're just totally being in a different place. Like you're not even going to be able to think like what that is, because it's going to be totally different than you're going to expect, but it obviously in a positive way, in a good way, but it's going to be totally different than what you expect, right? Who knows? Maybe you can move to Kansas or some shit, and Kansas is just nowhere on your radar right now, but shit happens all the time in life. You're like, oh shit, next thing you know, you're in Kansas. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, Aquarius, for your 2024 yearly forecast. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. I can take a look at your 2024, or I can answer any specific question that you have. If you click the link that's in the description, again, all the details will be there when it takes you to the website, and it'll tell you everything you need to know, and then you can just purchase a reading. So without further ado, don't forget to like the video if this video resonated with you, or if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the notification button bell as well. It'll notify you basically whenever I upload the videos. So I appreciate everybody. Happy New Year, and I'll see you later.